Hi everyone, I'm Fabiola Hernandez and I'm a financial solutions consultant at JMT Consulting. Today, I'm going to walk you through the process of managing user roles in Sage Intacct. Specifically, we'll be creating, updating, viewing, and testing a user role. Our goal today is to create an employee role with read access only. So let's get started. The first step would be to create a role. So we would go to the applications menu, click on company, and under the admin tab, we're going to go to roles. Click on add to create a new role. Let's name this new role employee read only. You also have the option to give it a description, any type of description that you like, and then click save. I already have mine created, so I'm not gonna save it. Once it's saved, you're going to go back to your roles window, look for your role, and then you're going to click on subscriptions. Here is where we update the permissions. So in this permissions section, you can actually click here application or module and select everything to give them permissions, or you can deselect. I want this employee to have permissions for time and expenses. You can give them all permissions for time and expenses. You may just want this employee role, for example, to just monitor this, pay, print, approve expenses, and so on. We're just going to do read only. If you go down, there's a report section. You can just give them read only permissions on the reports or none. I want them to view, for example, general ledger. You can give them none, read only, all, or go one by one specifically on the ones that you like them to have permissions to. I'm going to go ahead and give them read only. If you keep scrolling down, there's going to be another section for reports. Again, you can give them none, read only, all, or go one by one. I'm just going to give them the permissions for read only. But on the financials, I do want them to add, edit, and delete. Account numbers, we don't really care about that. And click save. Once you've given them all of the permissions that you've won, you can go ahead and save. Now, suppose you want to update the role to give additional view access or restrict any areas further. So you can navigate again to the roles list. And when you find your employee read only role, you're going to click again on subscriptions and you can go ahead and edit further. So you can give them access to accounts payable and just give them read only permissions. If you go further down, they have the option to have read only permissions on the reports. And if that's something that you like them to have access to, you can and save. Once you're done, you can just save. From here, you can also view the role like this and click on view subscriptions. Or another way is you can click on role assignment, open it, see all of the users that are under here, under this role, any user groups that are under this role, or you can view your subscriptions like this in a list view. So this would be perfect if you just want to review the subscriptions without having the axe to accidentally click on any subscription and accidentally save. So this way you can just read it and don't have any modifications to your employee rate only role that you just created. The users and user groups tabs are great if you have lots of employees under a role. Let's say if we have 50 employees under employee rate only, it might be difficult to go on company admin users and click on every user one by one to see where they're subscribed to for roles. This way, you can just see them on a list view. And you can also delete. Now, here in the role assignment, you saw that there's an employee that's a user that's already assigned to this role. Let me show you how I did that. So you can go to company, admin, and users. And then in your user list, let's look for the test. So here you're going to click on edit. And under user information, when you go all the way down, you have this role section. You can assign this user as many roles as you want. You can delete them. I'm going to leave them with the employee read-only version and save. It's going to ask me for my password to verify the admin identity. And that's it. Now let's go ahead and test the role. Let me refresh my screen because I have it open here. So for this role specifically, we only gave them access to do a little bit of things. They have access to time and expenses. They have access to accounts payable and general ledger and reports. So let's look at accounts because they only have view only for accounts. As you can see, they can only view in accounts. And let's compare it with my user. For general ledger, when I click on accounts, I have the option to edit and delete them as well. Now, in the report section for my Intacct test user, I gave them access to add and modify some results. Let's see if that works. So this is how it's looking like on their screen. They actually can just add financial reports from the Quick Start library or graphs. Let's click here to see. Let's see here, click on layout. That's pretty much it. Click done. You can export, they have more actions. And in my case, as the admin user, I can actually edit them. I can click on anyone and edit. So in conclusion, don't be afraid to create and manage roles in Sage Intacct. If you don't like the setup, you can always edit and delete. And you can always start over. So let's go again to company, roles, edit, subscriptions, and you can edit. So it's a simple process, and I encourage you to give it a try.